Gemini, hey, how are you? My name is Antoine. I want to welcome you to the House of Luminance and to your general messages for the week of the 15th through the 21st of April 2024. So let's go ahead and slide right on into y'all's reading because you know I do not like to hold y'all too long. While you're here, thank you so much for clicking here. I do appreciate the time. This energy is going to be for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising again for the week of April 15th through 21st of 2024. All right, so let's take a look at the energies for you. Your overall message here is the Seven of Wands. So, Gemini, what I feel this week, Gemini, you could be, okay, I feel like you could be put in a position of leadership, okay? Whether but I don't feel like it's your choice. It feels like you're just kind of thrust in this position of leadership. Um, to me, the Seven of Wands comes after the Six of Wands. So after some sort of success, it feels like now you're put in this position. But there's no but. You're put in this position, and also I feel like there is a little bit of not resistance from others, but more so there could be some questioning, maybe of your motives. And not to say that you have questionable motives, like in a negative sense. It just could be where it feels like you may be kind of you're just up against something big, okay? And because you're up against something big, and you're put in this new position, you may have to work on the trust of the people who are, I guess, following you. Okay. We'll go ahead and pull some more energy. Let's take a look at your challenging aspect. Yeah. So the challenging aspect we have here is the Three of Cups. So yeah, Gemini, I feel like a lot of times we can find ourselves in a position of power or a position of leadership. Okay. And what can occur is that, we may have peers or we may have friends, who were where we used to be, right? Like you elevated to where you needed to be. Maybe you got a promotion at work, or maybe you got a new supervisor position, or just what have you. Okay. But then there's always people that you work with or that you used to work with that are now going to be like your subordinates. And there's just this fine line of still trying to maintain that camaraderie, but then also, like I'm hearing fraternization, fraternizing, with the people who, well, I don't want to, that sounds so negative, but fraternizing with the people who are under you. I don't want to say it that way. It sounds so negative, but that's what it means. But that's what it is here in this message. It feels like there's this thin line of you just having to kind of find that balance between still trying to maintain that friendship, but at the same time, like, hey, but I'm in charge now, or I have some authority now. Even if you're not completely in charge, it's like, well, you do have some authority. Okay. And so that can be kind of a very fine line to walk, Gemini, for sure. Now, I do feel like in general, right, the people who that, the people that we speak of, right, I do feel like that they are happy for you, Gemini. And I do feel like, you got this position of authority or this whatever, right? You got it because you were the best person for it. But like anything, when there comes changes, this just comes you having to work out that balance of just being in authority, but then also at the same time being, that friend or still trying to be close. But celebratory, like outside of work, I think things are just really, really smooth. When it comes to the actual professional atmosphere of it, there just may be some things that you might have to there may be some kinks that you might have to kind of work out. But but I don't see anything like major as far as that goes, at least not yet. So we're going to go ahead and pull some more tarot here out and put it out on the table to see what else is going on for your week, Gemini. Okay, we got the Queen of Swords. Okay, Queen of Swords. We got the Temperance. So yes, there's that balance. And then the Two of Swords. Okay. Wow. Okay. And then under the deck, the Nine of Swords. Okay, Gemini. I see. I understand the worry, but we'll get there. Okay. So let me start here with the Temperance card because it does speak to what we spoke about just a few minutes ago, or just a minute ago, probably, about the balance, right, of walking between the line of being in authority, but then also being someone's friend. Okay, oh wow, look, that's so crazy. Look, it's like the fire is on this side with the wands, and then the water is on this side with the cups. So definitely like confirmation for me here, that that's just part of what you're going to have to be experiencing this week. Now, outside of that, well, not even outside of that, to add along with that, we got the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords. Okay, Gemini. So I think what's happening here is that there's a situation this week where you know exactly what it is that you have to do. This Gemini, this Queen of Swords is representative of you. Okay, so we know exactly what it is that you need to do, how to handle a situation, and how to communicate that solution. Okay, I feel like with the Two of Swords, though, there's this back and forth of, okay, well, how do I communicate this without sounding like I just, I don't want to sound like this, bossy person, you know? But at the same time, like, we still got to find a solution and we still have to get this done. Okay. And I feel like many of you this week could have a lot of worries because it's like you're feeling like, all right, if I don't, the way you're thinking about it with the swords is like on one side, okay, if I go ahead and assert the things that need to be communicated and put that stuff out here on the table, it's like you're worried if you're going to be received well. You wonder if it's going to make the the positivity of I guess this circle, right? You wonder if it's going to make that crumble. But at the same time, if you focus too much on the positive, like if you focus too much on, hold on, there's like a lot of noise going on outside. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I guess somebody's having a personal issue outside and I can hear it from inside. But anyways, so the Two of Swords, like I was saying, on one hand, it's like, okay, I need to assert this energy. I need to assert, my findings, right? Maybe you're not necessarily happy with your findings and you need to assert that. You need to make sure that these things are changed. But at the same time, you don't want to ruin the friendship that you had built before you got this position. But you can't sacrifice one for the other, because if you have to go ahead and, the reverse side of that on the other, it's the opposite, right? You don't want to not find the solution for the situation in order for you to just continue to be friends. So it just makes you worry. It makes you just kind of overthink. It makes you wonder if, you're doing your job the right way. Gemini, I feel like you are. Okay. Like I said, you were selected because you were the best. And this is just something that people just have to figure out every day. How do we walk the balance between being a friend and then maybe being someone in authority? And there's a way to be both, but in the professional aspect of it, you're going to have to be that person of authority. Okay. Like, you can be friends off the clock. Okay. Just don't allow whatever, happens professionally to affect y'all personally. So let's go ahead and pull some more advice here. Okay. So, full moon in Cancer, a personal issue reaches a resolution. Okay. A personal issue reaches a resolution. So Gemini, if you have been waiting on an answer for something this week, then you will be receiving that answer. Okay. And it is involving a personal matter. It maybe not necessarily be attached 100% to this reading, but involving a personal matter, you definitely will be reaching an ending. Okay, so that could look like, I don't know, maybe a relationship is finally coming to an end, or maybe a fight within a relationship is finally coming to an end. If it does have anything to do with this reading, then it just could indicate that any like personal things are actually going to be put aside in order for the goal to be 100% achieved. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and leave the message there, Gemini. Let me know how that's working out in the comment box below. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you have a great one. I'll see you in the next message. Bye.